The NFL could be changing its long-standing locker room interview policy, potentially banning media access to players in that space. This comes in response to privacy concerns raised by the NFLPA and the increasing media scrutiny surrounding players like Travis Kelce, whose relationship with Taylor Swift has made him a media magnet. The NFL's locker room interview policy has long been a point of contention, with reporters given access to players post-game or after practices, leading to close-quarters interactions in a space meant for personal privacy. The NFL Players Association, NFLPA, recently intensified its calls for change, urging the league to move all interviews outside the locker room. The players' union argued that these interactions in such an intimate setting invade the athlete's privacy, pointing to instances where players were inadvertently filmed in compromising situations, including being caught on camera while undressed. This shift towards protecting the sanctity of the locker room, as described by Cincinnati Bengals center Ted Karras, has gained momentum, with many players voicing support for the proposed changes. However, the proposed ban has gained additional media traction due to one high-profile player at the center of this debate, Travis Kelce. The Kansas City Chiefs star has always been a fan favorite, but his relationship with global pop sensation Taylor Swift has amplified his celebrity status to a whole new level. Since they began dating, Kelce has found himself in a constant media frenzy, with Swift's regular appearances at his games turning his personal life into headline material. According to reports from Radar, the NFL's move to ban locker room interviews may be influenced by the heightened media attention on Kelce and a desire to protect his privacy as his relationship with Swift becomes a cultural phenomenon. One source even claimed, "Everyone knows it is to protect Taylor Swift's boyfriend," suggesting that Kelce's personal life is driving the NFL's decision-making. Despite these claims, others refute the idea that Kelce's relationship with Swift is the motivation behind the proposed policy change. Insiders told DailyMail.com that this initiative has nothing to do with Swift and Kelce's romance but rather stems from long-standing privacy concerns for all NFL players. They pointed out that if the league truly wanted to shield Kelce and Swift from media scrutiny, they would focus more on controlling the cameras that capture Swift's every move when she attends Kelce's games. The NFL stance, according to these sources, is that the change is designed to enhance player privacy and prevent further incidents of inappropriate exposure, like the recent cases where players were filmed naked during locker room interviews. Kelce himself has not appeared too bothered by the current locker room policy. On his podcast New Heights, which he co-hosts with his brother and former NFL player Jason Kelce, Travis addressed the controversy with his characteristic humor. The brothers joked about the nature of locker room interviews, with Travis even laughing about the presence of the media in what his brother Jason called meet-watch mode. The humorous exchange between the Kelce brothers showed Travis's more laid-back attitude toward the locker room situation. He confessed that while some players find the media presence uncomfortable, it has never personally bothered him, as long as players remain clothed. Travis further commented that the NFL likely encourages players to stay dressed during media time, downplaying the idea of any real issue. Nonetheless, the NFLPA's push for reform has struck a chord with many in the league. As Ted Karras highlighted, the proposal doesn't outright ban reporters from locker rooms but aims to move interviews to more appropriate, designated areas outside the player's personal space. The privacy concerns, magnified by social media and 24/7 news coverage, make a compelling argument for revising outdated media policies that may no longer suit the modern NFL landscape, where players' lives, both on and off the field, are under constant scrutiny. As the NFL weighs the benefits of banning locker room interviews, the debate over player privacy versus media access intensifies. Whether or not this new rule is being driven by Travis Kelce's relationship with Taylor Swift, the growing media attention on NFL stars' personal lives highlights the need for more thoughtful boundaries. While Kelce may shrug off the attention with humor, the league's move toward protecting its athletes' privacy seems to be a step toward adapting to a media landscape that is increasingly invasive.